I'm her child.
Oh, hey, hi, hello, welcome on in. Um, Thanks for being here, y'all. We're gonna go around the room, introduce who we're gonna be playing this evening, and pick up where we had left off. So we will go ahead and start with Warren.
Hi, I'm Warren. I am playing Marlowe. Marlowe was a K-Diff. Marlowe was having a great time with all of the death and dying.
And hearing this, and then I was just actively listening to season one intros, and it's completely just the opposite. It's wonderful.
It is. I would rather be the book as well. But I'm not trying to make it real obvious who my sire is. So
Yeah, of course, of course. Uh,
Fire.
Oof. Next up, we have Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'll be playing Domenico Dom Gilani, the Hecata.
And next up, we have the one, the only, Rob.
Well, I'm Rob. I'm going to be playing Vincent Arlosombra, who's currently thinking that chaos is a ladder.
It's not a ladder with tendrils for rungs. And then last up, we have Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I'm playing Riley, the Toreador, who is also now a Baron. That's kind of important, and not at all spooky and stressful, and good lord.
Hey, you could be a prince
you
if you
still
really put
playing-
your heart to it.
Are you still playing Riley, or are you playing Baron Hartmore?
I think it depends who you
We're
ask.
getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there.
gonna kick it off strong. Willpower damage from just the intros.
It's a frenzy. I quit. I'm going home. I already am. Bye.
Based. Thank you again. As we sort of do a bit of a recap, the last couple episodes were a couple meetings of the barons and friends, really trying to figure out who is to blame, who is this enemy that we're going to be looking at, and making sure that the barons know what their true target is. Through a lot of conversation, they all did decide that the spider was probably going to be a problem that needed to be resolved in some capacity, whether driven out of town or dealt with on a more permanent basis. A few individuals were able to find out the true identity of the spider, and asked Eva if she could take that punch if she needed to, and she said she wasn't sure if she could pull that trigger. But nonetheless, is going to bravely, stupidly, maybe a little bit of both, have a one-on-one visit with the spider. And it's advised, if you guys don't hear from her in 3 days, maybe send someone, because she's probably missing, and not for good reasons. And this, so you guys sort of left off if you guys went back towards Terre Haute and found yourselves back in familiar territory, cleaning up some of the messes, trying to get the Succubus Club back open. Hired a whole cleaning crew and everything, and said, hey, just give us a call when you'll be here, and someone will answer. You guys went to bed, and the next night, you had a missed call from the cleaning crew saying that you were here, but don't worry, your Home Depot order was delivered.
Who sleeps through that? God damn.
I was scared that maybe we stood them up and that they didn't do the thing, but now I'm maybe more scared that they might have still done the thing.
But this is sort of where we're picking up is the realization the next morning, or the next night, I should say, that a cleaning crew was stood up on this wonderful, wonderful night. So, I know some of you are throughout the territory. What would you guys like to go ahead and do?
I believe I
Whose number did they
stayed-
have?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that it was either going to be the Succubus Club because you guys said call the business or call here and someone will answer. But I guess I don't know if we've ever truly mentioned who was going to be taking that call.
I guess, Riley, would you have wanted it to be you? Or would you have preferred, since it was my contacts, that it stay with me? I'm happy with either. I'm not sure what you'd have picked.
Yeah. I mean, I was at the club because I think that's where I went to ground for day sleep, was there at the club. So I think it would have been me, and I just fucked up.
Okay. So I guess when you wake up and see your missed calls and get your message, then what?
Ah, fuck. I'm going to see the message. I'm going to go check cameras, like run it back and see if they actually showed up.
Yeah, you run the footage back. Yeah. They show up. They walk around out front. They walk around out back to the loading dock area and all of its terrible, terrible glory. And try knocking on the front entrance as well as the side entrance as well as the garage door bay itself before hopping back in their car and leaving.
Shit. I was really hoping that they wouldn't have actually shown up so I could go, they tried, but they never actually showed up. Okay. Game on, I guess. I'm gonna just hit the group at large and just go, hey, roll call, everybody good?
Do we need to do a rouse check?
No, it's actually yes, because we sort of cinematically ended it off yesterday, so everyone does need to go ahead and roll a rouse check. Oh,
Okay. I'm hungry.
and those of you at home who are watching, we are, some of us, and by some of us I mean it should be, I think everyone at this point, are in the process of learning how to play this game again, but with real dice and not an automated sheet. So be patient with us as we play the game. So we'll go around the tail. Okay, we got a success. We got a success. We got a fail from Rob by the sounds of it. What about you there, Marlo? Is your hunger more high?
No, my hunger is more the same.
Huh. Maybe stick with Marlo. Perfect.
Well, I'm going to roll to see if I can answer with my phone. I do get to roll 4 dice, and all of them will be hunger die.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
I cannot answer my phone, but I don't have any sort of disastrous side effects.
Unfortunate, but understood.
I think. Yeah, no. We'll do that on the next time. I'm reaching out to people. But yeah, just putting out the text. Hey, roll call. Everybody good? I'm around. Miscommunication with the cleaners, I guess. So we're gonna have to address that. But overall, should still be on track. We can get this. We can get everything taken care of.
You all have received that text message.
In 2 nights, I've been at 4 hunger.
Dude,
I also think it has not been a good time for you with 4 hunger.
Oh, Bruce is
Hey,
back.
we're back.
you're back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
So I'll get back to Riley at some point, but for now, I need to hunt.
Riley, you'll get a text message from Dom. Says downstairs with help.
Replied back with just, "Oh my god, you parentheses insert where you're from question mark Italian question mark in parentheses based champion."
As you come downstairs, or come out the VIP section, Riley, Dom, you want to describe you and your help as you, as they sort of appear before Riley?
Yeah, Dom is fancy coat, everything's been taken off. He's in just like a pair of boxers with like a rubber apron on and rubber gloves, and there's a kind of tall, stooped man with a cloak who's flittering about disintegrating bodies.
I like to think of him like kind of floating around like a pest control guy, just like with like a stick, just poking a body, just like VoIP. Yeah. Dust. Turn to goo.
And Dom's just kind of following behind him with a bucket and a mop and a broom. Just
And you become mush.
I didn't realize what levels of consistency and it's quite an amazing power. It's one I must learn. But I would hate to delve into the markets that you operate in. But competition can be healthy, yes?
Competition breeds
Excellence.
ingenuity.
I like that.
But please,
Snow
dabble as you
shovel up
wish.
chunky parts into the bucket.
Riley's gonna be glad they haven't blushed yet, so there's no actual gag. It's just like, I hate this whole scene. Polite wave, and gonna. Let me know if you need me.
Certainly.
Marlo, what are you up to? Where are you heading from?
Well, I'm not that. I guess I'll be headed over to Riley as well. I'm not super hungry, and Riley clearly needs some bodyguarding,
Clearly.
and hopefully the coterie isn't going to continue stabbing itself in the back.
There's a strange man in my house, and I don't know what to do.
Don't worry, it's just one of us.
It's not even Dom. Dom's not the weird one.
What do you mean? You were thinking about hiring them anyway.
Yeah, but like it's different.
Oh, okay.
He was here when I woke up.
How long have they been here? What have they been doing?
Were they watching me sleep?
There's like selfies on Claudius's camera of them like lying in bed next to Riley. Like,
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
That's amazing. Vincent, you're looking a little peckish over there, friend.
Yeah, I think that Vincent would like to find somebody who's out in the bar gambling who might be not doing so well and maybe be a little bit in the hole and take advantage of their misfortune to trade a little bit of their debt for some blood.
Yeah. Go ahead and make that sweet, sweet hunting roll.
I forget what our difficulty is. I think it's 3.
It is 3, yes. No, 2. You guys have a
Oh,
better
2.
hunting roll than Indianapolis is, so you guys have 2.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I got 3.
Nice. I love that.
I might need to roll a frenzy check.
You will definitely have to as soon as your teeth sort of sink in to the individual that is happily able to have their debt be sort of not fully wiped away, but definitely heavily lessened. Do you have that page pulled up for the frenzy?
No, I need to figure out how many dice I roll.
Oh. Let me look at this real quick.
Willpower against the difficulty set by the storyteller based on the level of provocation.
Yeah, and that is going to be a 3 for you there.
Willpower plus half of
Humanity, right?
humanity. Sorry, third of humanity rounded down.
Who says VTM is in a game with fractions?
Crunch.
Hey, a third of my willpower, a third of my humanity rounded down is 1.
So we established this game has crunch in season 1, and it tastes better.
Hey,
If
that
you're
is
missing any
true.
willpower damage, you can happily take that back.
Did you say it was difficulty 3?
Yes, the frenzy is indeed difficulty 3.
Oh, barely skirted by. Okay. Yeah.
The person does not become a mess that you also have to clean up at a different date and time.
Yeah. We'll just go directly to Hunger 1 instead of blowing by it and then coming back when we dissolve this by guy's body.
Yeah. So you're going down to you're taking
3.
hunger. What usually is a painless process for a kindred to feed is not so painless for this individual. As you begin to see his face distort and begin to scream horrendously as you go ahead and shut him up real quick as you finish the feed. And thankfully, the bar is very busy with people inside of it, and it sort of deafens down the violence that took place. But it was not a whimsical moment that it typically is for people who are being fed upon. This indeed
Was it a masquerade breachy moment?
No, it sounds like it was more of like, someone was caught cheating and was like, this is how you are being dealt with in a illegal gambling ring. So not breachy, but enough to be like, someone just got injured, but I'm minding my business.
Yeah. So I think that as he's wrapping up and is like adjusting his shirt and is pushing this guy out the door, he's more or less like, there you go. Now go home. And next time you come back, an inside straight's a terrible hand. Just fold.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah. As
Wave to some of the people who are like responsible for keeping the thing running and being like, he's had enough. Get him a cab.
They all sort of nod towards you.
I want to try to use my phone again now that it's maybe possible. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course. I will allow the use of technology in our circles.
We're gonna willpower it.
Hey, you can do that now.
Hey, all right. A lot of resources to respond to a text.
The life of a La Sombra, man. The life of a La Sombra.
It's rough. It's rough. So it takes a
Hopefully it
little
won't last
while
long.
before Vincent finally responds, and then he says, "Why? What happened with the cleaners? Do you need me at the club?"
No, we got it worked out, but small snafu. It's nothing crazy. Come by when you're free.
All right, then I'm gonna stick to running business here for a little bit, and I'll be down later.
No worries.
Okay. Shortly after Marlo, you do see the cleaning scene before, as you see Claudius and Dom in a different attire, but cleaning up after being MIA for a few nights.
Is Claudius wearing a cloak?
Yes. But it's got like this, it has got this like pristine shine or like sheen to it a little bit, where like it's definitely, this is their cleaning cloak.
Oh, naturally.
Rubber cloak.
Exactly.
Nose is off really nice.
You know, it's got that same like texture to it. Like when you go to like someone's house who doesn't like messes at all, they have that like that rubber material over their couches. It's like the entirety of the cloak is wrapped in that, so they can still wear it, but it's still
I
functional for
hate
cleaning.
that it's just like a vinyl cloak.
Yeah, sort of.
Like, as you're talking, honestly, I pictured him like wearing like the suit that Dr. Evil wore, you know,
Yeah,
that went over his right, like it's all like plastic and shiny.
that's hilarious.
Is Charles present?
I'm assuming Charles would probably be present. Had to drive Claudius there at some point.
Claudius doesn't drive his own car.
But yeah,
As any man of his station shouldn't.
exactly.
Naturally.
Claudius is, or not Claudius. Wow.
Charles?
Don't.
Thank you. Charles is definitely around. Also trying not to vomit at the sight of people like crumpling and decaying rapidly. But also there's a gross amount of blood in places that isn't the best thing for them. But yeah, they're around.
Awesome. Well, Marlo will walk up to the vinyl cloaked Claudius. Say, "Oh, I don't believe we've met. I'm Marlo."
Charmed. As he like pokes another body. As the body collapses.
It's handy. Thanks.
Yes. Claudius be willing
Snow-
to net your service.
Snow shovel.
I'm sure you've met my compatriot, the lovely Dom.
Yes. Marlo and I are quite well acquainted.
Yes, I would assume quite. May I help you?
No, do you need anything?
There's some buckets of sawdust on the loading bay. If you want to sprinkle those around on the blood, that'll help soak that up. Make it easier to get rid of.
Sure, no problem. And then I'll like look at the barfing Chuck. Hey, you want to come help move some buckets?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. But gives like
Please.
a quick look towards Claudius and just like, hey, is this oh, okay, good.
actively being shooed out of the room. Like,
I'll just look at Claudius as he walks away, and it's so hard to find good help these days.
oh, quite. Oh my goodness. This is what, the 7th? Charles the 7th, I believe.
Are you actively recruiting? Because I can keep my eyes peeled if anyone who fits a
You know,
specific criteria should become available.
It's not that I don't absolutely adore this man. But good lord, do I miss Claudius. No, not Claudius. Charles too. If you find anybody who might be persuadable into such a job, then yes, please forward the one to me.
I'll keep my
outside
eyes
that.
peeled.
Kind of is what it is. Rest in peace, Charles too died jumping into a hole. Was eviscerated upon impact.
Was it his extreme loyalty and willingness to do as he was commanded that you found most charming?
He was a good guy. I'd ask him things.
Oh.
Charles, what sort of fashion accessory should I be wearing? It's like, oh yes, a cloak, my lord. That's not what his actual voice was. I just choose to remember him that way. And,
Understood.
yes, it was quite fun. He was like a little circus boy.
Dom
Now
walks
that-
over to his coat and pulls out a little notepad and starts jotting down some notes.
And now that I've
Circus
said it
boy.
aloud, that sounds strange.
Circus boy.
Perhaps. No, I've already said it. Spindly was, I think, a word I could use to describe him.
Does their attractiveness matter to you?
No, not at all.
Okay. I just didn't know what sort of relationship that you and Charles might have.
Strictly professional.
Understood.
I'm not privy to what Charles gets up to in his free time, but hey. Should he wish, he wish.
Does Charles have free time?
Every 3rd month he gets half of an evening to himself.
That is incredibly generous of you.
Well, I like to think so. The people are like, you give your retainers time to themselves. Yes, of course, they're people.
I mean, they've got to refresh themselves.
Yeah, it's like owning a pet. Take it for a walk, stretch his legs. All the while, just melt, voip,
Shovel, flop.
goop.
I hate all these adjectives and sound effects.
Squelch.
That was rude. But you are continue cleaning, and it takes the better part of 3 or 4 hours to go by. But the Succubus Club, after a solid mopping to remove the bits of sawdust, will be in open condition once more.
I'm so excited. Oh my god, I can't wait to have this place open again. We'll be open for more than just one night.
That's what you think.
Now I'm
Sorry, did
terrified.
the storyteller just tell us that once again he will get shot down on our opening night?
Can't have 2 opening nights in the same building, is all I'm saying.
We're going 4 for 4 here, baby. It opens, it gets shut down. It opens, it gets shut down. I guess this is 3 for 3.
I was
Our
like,
bookstore never got shut down.
yeah, your
Sure,
bookstore
that's true.
just got, like, hard breached by some kindred that were, your allies, friends, smile.
Unforgivable.
Yeah, that Michael guy sucked.
Sometimes you say things that I think are just designed to hurt me.
Only on
He was
Tuesdays.
a vampire. He had to.
Right, exactly. And your coterie has done enough of the hurting of you for the last like couple episodes. I feel like it was my turn to really drive the dagger in a little bit.
I'm not sobbing.
Good.
So would Vincent have showed up at any point in time during that cleanup?
Vincent is more or less happy to just keep doing his thing unless people are like, "Hey, we want to talk."
Gotcha.
But yeah, if somebody is wanting to discuss business, he'll hop right down.
But probably as we get close to the end of the mopping, I'll talk with Riley about seeing if we can get Vincent and Charlie together. Just kind of talk about debrief, that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Then probably as we're wrapping up, I'll shoot a text to Vincent. Just, hey, want to touch base with everybody if you have a minute.
Yeah. The thing that he'd have been doing in the meantime, Bruce, would have been sitting down with Simon and going over who all showed up at the Succubus Club that night. Like he was supposed to be watching and taking notes on names and who people were talking to and stuff, and basically see if we can learn about the more interesting, if boring, stuff that happened that night when people weren't getting shot.
Yeah. Almost all of the VIPs showed up. The only ones who didn't show up were the Spider, and the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Thank God.
I think that was all of them. I think literally every VIP showed up besides those 5. And then he doesn't really have like a list of names for the normies that came in, because they were just more or less just being entered in when they would be allowed without, overflowing the building. But
Yeah, no. Not concerned about that. Just names that were on the guest list.
yeah, so yeah, everyone showed up outside of those 5. And then there was a individual who was also added to the list, who wasn't originally on it, and that would be your wolf friend who showed up that you guys sort of allowed in.
Cool. Then yeah, at the point that they're done with that and he gets the message, all right, Simon, well, the car's set up for you. You did like 3 hours of driving last night, so let's go.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
3, 4.5.
Yeah, it's fine.
I forgot you did the hour-and-a-half trip 3 times, not 2 times.
Yeah, and it was annoying for the bus.
Yep. Yeah, well, I'm just glad that nobody did anything to the car. That would have sucked if you made it all the way back there and then had to take the bus back again. That would have been awful. All right, well, anyway, let's go.
He sort of just sighs. Yeah, let's go. Also, Warren, you can't say aloud as if you guys didn't absolutely, literally let him in.
I mean, what were we gonna do? Turn him away?
Could have.
That seemed like a really bad idea.
Well, next time we know that he's not house trained. So, got to turn him away.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, I guess besides the 2 bodies that were upstairs for sport, I mean, there was
Yeah.
one that Riley said, "Go and eat your heart out on the docks."
That's true. That was said. That was a heat of the moment thing.
Yeah.
It was a shit. There's a guy with a gun out back. Hey, werewolf. Have a great time.
That's what we call creative problem solving.
Modern problem.
I like that move. I had a lot of respect for. I mean, Marlo didn't see it, but yeah, Marlo, once he knows about it, will have a lot of respect for. Carter would have been proud too. Like, that is a Prince Baron that is smart.
The Baron
The Thin Blood
Prince?
Prince.
I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that. We'll workshop that.
You already have a nickname that the prince is giving you.
The Thin Blood Prince.
Yeah.
That guy. He presents good options, then he says something dumb. He presents good options, then he's backhanded and weird.
So yeah, he'll make his way down, come into the club, start looking around to find where all the peoples are.
Riley, you do get a text back from Charlie saying date night, but I'll try.
Just the text back would just be alternating uppercase and lowercase O's. Just, "Ooh," is how that's supposed to be read.
It just gets a thumbs up emoji.
Whatever you do, wash your hands. XOXO Gossip Girl.
So besides
So
Charlie,
how clean is the place when I get there?
I mean, there's a little bit of sawdust in places where there was a blood trail that like led out of the back or like towards the office. And I mean, other than that, it's not too bad, especially from where you're able to see right from the entrance. But other than that, it's pretty clean and pretty ready to go. Just maybe like actually need like a literal bucket and mop for just actually true cleaning versus, you know, the cleaning.
Do I know yet that this wasn't my people?
As of this point, no. Oh, you just said there was a thing that was Riley mentioned that it was
It was a miscommunication.
miscommunication, but it got it handled.
So then, yeah, I think he's sort of appraising as he's looking around until he bumps into, I'm going to guess Dom, because I think Dom was the one who was actually working in the public spaces.
Yeah. Claudius is there too. Get ready to make his leave.
Good evening.
Listen, if you don't mind, maybe tomorrow night I'll stop by. We can share a meal, have a conversation. Tell me about your time in Boston.
That would be quite amenable. Charles, take a note.
Yep.
Tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow
sharing
evening.
a meal.
Sharing a meal. With me?
You can be there. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Looking back at Dom, kind of putting a hand in front, like trying to shield Charles. He'll be there either way, but he's housebroken. It's fine.
I understand. I'm used to servants knowing their place. My apologies.
The family dog is part of the family.
This is true. I'll walk over and scratch Charles behind the ear.
Anyway, yes, we look forward to a wonderful evening.
What level of
tales.
bond does Charles have?
Charles is like bonded. Charles is like
cool.
Like
Charles
full
is
goal.
like
He's
full
deep
goal.
in it.
To the point that he's probably manifested a discipline at least. Charles might as well just be a thin blood at this point. Like,
I mean, they take some time, and these don't last very long, so
Fair.
Claudius, you see for a split moment that the enamor that Charles usually has about him towards you breaks for a moment before returning.
Curious. But no matter. Anyway, tomorrow evening. Charles, get the door. Cape flip.
Just doesn't quite have the flair when it's made out of rubber.
No, but good lord, have you tried to get blood out of a cloak before? Not fun.
Don't get me started.
No. So, all right. Ta.
Pleasant evening.
Proceeds to
my friend.
Good evening, Claudius. Charles.
I've decided that I think I've brought this up because Claudius has intimidating presence.
Right.
It's just the whole thing about like seeming bigger, unnatural movement, all that kind of stuff. In my head, this has manifested in the same way that Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy moves. It's just shadows kind of like under his feet that just like look like they're.
I can't not see him as General Grievous.
Yeah.
I see him as a Hanna-Barbera character, like he's walking on his tiptoes all the time. Yeah, exactly.
But the cloaks just make it so difficult. It just looks like it always just looks like he's like just subtly floating
Just
across
gliding.
the floor.
Yeah. But you hear the little pinky toe.
You know, it's only really noticeable at places with tile. If you like place with carpet, he's just gliding.
Mhm.
I just learned that Claudius has 5 dots of potence, but he's always using all of it to be able to walk on his tiptoes. Like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. You think I built this character with any sort of like good shit in mind? No.
I mean, making bodies disappear is pretty good.
That's the best he does.
Someday I do want to unpack like what the original idea for Claudius was and how far off
We're
they
not.
landed.
That's the fun part. We're not far off from where Claudius was supposed to be anyway.
Except Claudius was supposed to not come back this much, I think.
Yeah. No, 100%. Claudius was supposed to be dead. That's why I built him this way.
Plot armor is a hell of a drug, man.
I think as
We laugh
Claudius and
too hard
Charles
every
are
time he's on
leaving,
screen.
Vincent and Simon are both just like in synchronization watching him go, and then like give each other a look on the way out. It's like, man, that puts some things in perspective. Dom, welcome back.
As to you, Vincent. I'm glad to see that you made it out unscathed.
Yeah, attribute it to good planning and having 2 entrances that are far away from each other, I think. There was a bit of a mix-up with, let's call them the police, but, you know, the pack, really. But it's good to have you back. We've got a whole host of problems that we might need your help cleaning up.
I'm happy to help where I can.
Where's our good Baron this evening?
I believe taking a sabbatical in their office.
Yeah.
They had a hard time stomaching the work that was necessary to clean up the club.
Ah, so that's why our friend in the cape was here.
Yes. He was being very artistic this evening with how he chose to dispose of the bodies.
I found him to have a flair for the dramatic, no matter what he's doing.
Absolutely fascinating individual.
Yeah, that's a word. Let's go see the Baron, I think.
Dom kind of like takes off his rubber gloves and rubber apron and kind of stuffs them into one of the trash cans that's handy and grabs his suit. I'm going to
Did you
freshen
bring
up.
a change of clothes, or
Well, yes, I just didn't want to risk. That's a $3,200 suit, so.
certainly.
But yeah, I'll freshen up and meet you up there.
All right, very well. So then I'll head to Riley's office. Is Marlowe there as well, or is it just Riley in there?
I think Marlowe would probably make his way there once all the sawdusting was done.
Yeah. So at this point, you would have already been there because they would just literally just been enough to drop the sawdust around and then let the cleaners do the cleaning. So definitely would probably be already up there at this point.
Well, place looks good. Maybe like it was under construction, but good.
Aesthetics are aesthetics. We can play that off. You know what I mean?
I suppose.
Bruce, real quick, did Benny ever publish a review of the club's opening?
Has not yet.
Okay.
So we've
Have to
got a couple
convince the
days.
man back.
We've got a couple days before business comes back around.
Mhm.
Did we have something that we were intending to do in the meantime? I know you're working on getting this place reopened, but
As far as I'm aware, the plan was give it 3 days. If we haven't heard anything from Hill in that time, then assume the worst. But patience over everything at the moment, I guess. So,
Dom will come in. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
oh no, you're fine. Come on in.
Hate to be a bother, but could anyone fill me in on what's what? I've unfortunately been dealing with mortal matters, ensuring that those dignitaries were whisked away in blissful unawareness. The events that transpired here and making sure they made it safely somewhere else.
What
And
service that is.
only remember the best parts of the evening.
There we go. And thank you for that. But yeah, so pretty much the long and short of it. I'm not a fan of the fact that been pretty open, pretty explicit about no business at the club. Right? Like we can conduct business at the club. It's that's kind of the point of it. But you're not going to come here and just off somebody in the middle of the dance floor. That's not what we're about. That's not what this is. Treat it like how what's the word that the
Elysium.
yes, thank you. Treat it like that, right? Everybody's welcome. If you need a place to meet and discuss, meet and discuss. That's fine. It's encouraged. Come have a good time. But then, night one we get shot at. Multiple people actively die on the premise. That causes problems. So, number one, what the fuck? Number two, I wasn't a huge fan that the other parents were just like, all right, cool, not my problem. So called him on it. Pointed out that this was whoever did this. It wasn't one of us, and it wasn't somebody from the Camarilla that we know of. And we're the newest, we're the smallest, so of course you test your boundaries there. If we don't do anything to respond, then it could escalate. Next time it's their club, it's their place of business. It's more blatant. It's more masquerade breaching. We came to the conclusion that something needs to be done. Baron Hill is currently working on a solution for that for us. She said give us a couple days. If we haven't heard from her, assume the worst and plan accordingly from there. She's going to go talk to one named the Spider, because apparently they had dealings in the past. Apparently they were close at one point. So hopefully she can talk some sense into the man and we can move on from this.
Did she indicate what the cost would be?
Not that I remember. I don't think like a real cost was
Did you ask?
discussed. It was never brought up. Like across all the barons, all of us just kind of went, "Yep, sounds good."
The problem being is that this is your territory, and you're the one asking for aid. The other barons wouldn't ask Eva for a price, but it would be expected that Eva would ask you for one.
I tried to present it in such a way that while yes, I'm upset that it's my territory that was hit, I'm less concerned of the territory and more concerned of the messaging and the principle behind it. In the way of
What-
it was so blatant that a swing was taken. And
But there was no
if
breach, correct?
this time.
And we're certain we know who took the action.
I would say about 90%.
I was contacted by one of the spider's people who claimed credit for the activity. My sire, actually.
And I'm just playing devil's advocate here to understand.
Play away.
Do you have proof of this person's association with the spider, other than their word?
Yes. I've heard it from both parties. I suppose he could have been lying, but in one of my dealings with the spider, he had indicated that he'd be able to put me in touch with this person in exchange for favors.
Understood.
So with one of
Did
his guys
they
taking a swing,
indicate who the target was?
No, though they did indicate that it wasn't us and that we were sort of collateral and location of opportunity.
so with that set as like the parameters of it, going to the other barons and saying, if I'm just a place of, like, if we were just convenience and considered collateral, what happens when your convenience and collateral? We got lucky that it was relatively, in the grand scheme of things, it was relatively minor. It could have been
Well-
much worse.
Was that luck, though, or intention?
I think who's to say on that one? I mean, it
And the barons were all in agreement with this course of action.
took a little bit of talking, but yeah, everybody seemed on board. The one that I was most concerned about, honestly, was Fairfield. He was hesitant, but once it came out that like who the spider was, he was a little more uh, interested, I guess you should say.
Well, if Eva has a genuine concern that she may not return from this venture, it would make sense for him to support such action.
Right.
On the off chance that the spider would take care of one of his problems.
Right. And that was not directly addressed, but was kind of hinted at. Like, even knowing that this would, or this could be, like a one-way trip to go talk to the spider.
In regards to Fairfield, what are your feelings about his long-term survival?
In what regard?
Well, part of me would counsel that if you feel Eva is the stronger of allies, that if the spider has holdings that we could do damage to under the guise of Fairfield, we would turn the spider loose on Fairfield, strengthening your argument and also alleviating us of a problem.
I wouldn't hate it. um, yeah, that's. I think it's bold, not in a bad way, just more in a
Well, you have thin bloods at your disposal, yes?
correct.
So if we rile them up, point them in the right direction, give them the appropriate attire, and have them leave effigies that would be associated with Baron Fairfield.
So
We
you're
don't
saying make these
necessarily
thin.
put. Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. No, I'm jumping in the middle of you.
No, you're
Um,
fine.
Take thin bloods, make them look like Fairfield's folks. Send them at the spider.
Not directly. His
But
holdings,
yes.
leaving behind evidence that it was Fairfield who was involved. Perhaps if we have someone who can mimic his look, his appearance, then we catch that on video and it makes its way back to this spider. And as I said, it builds your case with the other barons that you're not the only target of this individual and
Yep.
removes Fairfield from the board. Potentially.
Potentially. And then we consolidate?
Well, it bolsters your argument to attack the spider as a unified front. Currently, Fairfield and Brink are probably telling you what you want to hear. They're agreeing because there's no risk involved for them. But if Eva were to die, they benefit because her territory becomes available. And it helps them to strengthen their holdings, which makes them more durable to the spider's incursions.
Fair. I like that. What do we think?
It does likely cost you your people.
Some of. But no, that's...
Which is true. That they would definitely, in all honesty, Riley, they would have to die, even if they survived the incursion.
Right.
If this individual is as terrifying as they've been indicated, they would be able to extract any information. So it would be a necessity that they disappeared well before they could be captured and interrogated. But I don't know if that's something that you are interested in pursuing.
I mean, I would really rather not just send people in to die. That feels...
Well, it's more than that. You're actively choosing to kill them.
Right. That feels real bad. Just for... Doesn't really feel in line with what the thought process has been.
Someone who was in your employ took such an action without your knowledge, would that be amenable?
Now you're asking the big questions. What I don't know don't hurt me in this regard.
Vincent, is this something you have moral quandaries about?
No.
Marlo?
No.
I would say, actually, in support of it, that you brought up the parallel of what you have in mind for this place of Elysium. Elysium is Elysium because it's enforced, not because everyone chooses to play politely.
True. That's part of what this trying to get everybody on board was trying to enforce that standard, right? Like if we... But I get what you're going for. I get what you're saying.
No, I don't disagree. I just think that taking the necessary political actions to ensure that people do chip in and aid with that enforcement in a traditional prince model would be your responsibility.
Yeah. This isn't the... This is new territory, I think, for all of us, if not a lot of us.
Certainly new for me. I've just been paying a lot of attention to the politics.
Dom, your phone does go off as you get a notification.
Oh, quick, excuse me. I apologize. I know this is terribly rude. I'll take a look at my phone.
It is a new blog post from Benny.
I'll read it.
Grand opening. Succubus Club brings a new bold energy to Terre Haute. Terre Haute's nightlife just leveled up in a big way with the grand opening of the Succubus Club, a venue that doesn't just join the scene, but completely redefines it. From the moment you step inside, it's clear this isn't your average club. Succubus leans hard into its dark, seductive aesthetic, blending gothic visuals with modern electronic vibes, thinking in deep red lighting, velvet textures, and a moody atmosphere that really feels equal parts underground and upscale. It's immersive without being overwhelming. Every detail feels intentional. The opening night crowd was electric. A mix of curious locals, nightlife regulars, and out-of-town visitors packed the dance floor early, drawn in by the buzz around the club. By 11 p.m., this place was alive, pulsing music, synchronized lights, and a DJ set that's kept the energy high all night long. The music leaned heavily into electronic and industrial beats, but still managed to stay accessible, making it easy for anyone and everyone to get into the rhythm. One of the standout features of the club is the layout. The Succubus Club strikes a nice balance between high-energy dance spaces and intimate lounging areas. Whether you want to lose yourself in the music or sit back and take it all in, there's a spot for you. Bar staff kept things moving efficiently despite the opening night rush. The drink menu offered a creative mix of themed cocktails along with the usual favorites that everyone looks for. What really sets the Succubus Club apart, though, is its commitment to creating an experience. This isn't just a place to go out, it feels like a destination. Lighting, design, music curation, and overall vibe work together to create something memorable. It's clear the owner had a strong vision and followed through on it. Of course, like any grand opening night, there were some minor hiccups. Longer wait times at the bar during peak moments, some crowd congestion near the entrance, but nothing unexpected at first for a first night open, and certainly nothing that dampened the overall experience. In a city that's often overlooked when it comes to the nightlife innovation, Succubus Club is a refreshing surprise. It brings a bold and edgy alternative that both feels new and needed. If opening night is any indication, this place is going to be a major player in Terre Haute's scene, maybe even rivaling the Grove. Final verdict. Succubus Club delivers a striking debut with its energy, style, and a clear identity. Whether you're looking for a dedicated nightlife enthusiast or looking for something different, it's absolutely worth checking out. Terre Haute just got a lot darker and a hell of a lot more interesting.
Pardon my elation for just one moment, but hot damn.
If that was shared, like read aloud.
Yeah, I basically he kind of speed read it and then he read it out loud because he wanted to make sure it didn't have a shitty anywhere in there.
Fuck yeah! I think we did it then. Like that's a
The
great
fact
review.
that Benny Blankenship gave it such high praise, we're going to be drowning in kindred.
Yes. Oh my
Also,
god.
polite of them to not mention the murders.
Exactly. Yes. Wonderful. Does anyone
Murder's
have a
not good
blood
for anybody,
connection?
isn't it?
Like a really good blood connection?
Fuck.
Like for bags, or what? What do you mean?
No. Blood dolls. We're going to need the best. That bar is set incredibly high, and we are going to need the best, the premium, cream of the crop, tasty of the tastiest, resonance coursing through their veins kind of blood dolls.
I don't think that my appetites run along the lines of what you're thinking for the clientele here. So I'm going to say yes, but no.
Not right off rip, but I can poke around and see what I can find.
If sure, yes, maybe.
Yeah,
We just yeah.
Out of
Who-
curiosity, who did we use for the first night? Who did we use for opening night?
Um, it looks like it was a outfit out of Tennessee. Why would it go to Tennessee? This doesn't make any sense. The importation alone. These receipts. I haven't looked at the receipts. Oh my god.
It's
That's
been
gonna
a
be the
busy few
excitement.
nights.
Yeah.
So we can't find something locally sourced?
I mean, we can. That's what I'll put my ear to the ground and start asking around, poking around. Yeah. Okay. Well, shit. Interesting turn of events here. Okay. Oh, by the way, in regard to the thing we were talking about previously, if
Mhm.
what I said, I don't know about Thin Bloods.
I
There
don't
are a
remember talking about Thin Bloods.
right.
Having them pose as Fairfields.
Right.
What? I don't remember any of that
Yeah,
conversation.
no, that's a who had that conversation? Definitely not me. If I were to put out a list, just so you knew where you were looking, that kind of thing of who not to touch, because there's a handful that are valuable and viable to the operation, to the club, and to just my general well-being. That would be ideal.
Yeah, if you just like to make a dog-eared list, kind of a ranking tier system, that'd be fantastic.
Okay.
You know,
Feels
for
weird.
our growth and development program.
Right. It feels weird to think of it as developing so soon that this program is going forward, but Eggs and omelets, am I right?
Strike while the iron is scalding hot.
Yes. All right. Sounds like I have some phone calls and stuff to make. Marlo, do you have any thoughts, feelings, concerns, general ravings or rants?
I mean, ultimately, I'll back whatever play. I hope that we get some information as far as what the spider might be thinking.
You and me both.
You indicated this person is Sabat.
Yeah.
Then don't concern yourself so much about what they're thinking. Think of them more like a weapon. You point them in the right direction and give them impetus to act.
Kind of a beautiful way to put it. Well, okay. But
Fair.
all right.
So, Bradley, perhaps it's time you step out and allow the small table to discuss issues that
Yeah,
should not be in the purview of.
plausible deniability above all else. Thank you.
Perhaps you can call around about those blood dolls,
yeah.
and we're going to need to hire at least 2 more bartenders and at least another doorman.
Yeah, I'll get working on a short list there, so we can, etc., etc. But yeah, go forth. And by the way, I would like to draw everybody's attention back to what I was working on while everybody was graciously helping out with the rest of the cleanup. I would have liked to have gone through on the SI gear and like cleaned it down real nice. So like it's not all blood splattered and it's not all like gory and whatnot. It's like presentable and in mostly working order as close to my understanding of. I'm not going to go through and do the mechanical bits
Right.
because I don't know, but aesthetically it's put together and it's there. So there we go. That is an asset that we have should we need it in the future. Just making sure that y'all know it's available. All right, love you, bye. And we'll walk out.
Before you go, Baron Hartmore,
Yeah, I'm back.
one thing, just on the
Yes.
topic of enforcing our domain.
Yes,
There are roles that some of the other barons use to help
Yes.
to delineate responsibilities,
correct.
trying to align strengths to those responsibilities and rewarding people for being good at their jobs.
Absolutely.
I might suggest that here might make an excellent sweeper.
So, like, I think I broke up on my end just a little bit. For
I
who?
think that Dom here might make an
Oh.
excellent sweeper.
You know,
Someone
I don't
to
think that. Yeah,
keep in touch with the goings on of the domain and
absolutely.
who the useful people are to know.
Absolutely. I think you're
Sounds right up my alley.
quite onto something. And while I'm making phone calls and stuff, I'll look at appointing my cabinet. I don't know what you'd call this, but Dom, if you want it, the title's yours. Keep your ear to the
Excellent.
ground. Let me know what's going on out and about, and just be that voice of reason.
Thank you, my Baron.
Oh my God! Please, my Baron was my. I hate that. Nope. All right. Bye.
Was it not?
Yeah, I hate. Too soon for that. That's trauma. I don't want to think about it. I don't. Okay. Have fun.
I'll grow into it.
More of the trying to make my Baron was my father joke.
Please, Baron Hartmore was my father.
Please, the Pizza King was my dad.
But I guess the way that inherited titles work, then I guess now I am Baron Hart. Damn
If
it.
it's bloodline inheritance, then I guess I'm the Pizza King.
No. Let the title die.
Yikes.
So, this is an idea I proposed. I'm more than open to additional input, thoughts, ideas on how we can accomplish this task um, quickly and as expertly as possible.
Sure. This seems to me to be mostly a matter of giving these folks a motivation to do this that doesn't necessarily indicate the final goal, and keeping our good Baron's fingers out of it so they're not necessarily culpable. And then I suppose disposal. I'm happy to participate in any or all of those. They're honestly right, sort of what I do.
Perfect. Marlo, anything to contribute? Ideas, thoughts? Holes that we're missing?
Well, I don't know if we're missing anything, and I don't. You know more about the Sabbat than I do, but last time we talked to the spider, he owed at least a few of us a favor, and then that was before we were there to save Eva, who I would think, well, who he was clearly trying to save too. So the club opening night appearances notwithstanding, I'm not sure where we stand with the spider, and it might not be as bad as it seems.
So, do you disagree with the course of action?
I don't, but I just want to put that out there.
Certainly. Given the fact that the damage was limited to outside of the club and targeted specific individuals, it sounds like it was planned and orchestrated as intended. The egg on our face, of course, comes from the fact that it happened in our domain. Now, the person who or persons who were killed, were they anyone of import?
Do we do we have a full accounting of who was killed as a coterie?
I think it was just Trina and Michael, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, and some normies.
And Max.
And
Oh, yeah,
that's
Wormy
right, Wormy
Joe.
Joe.
Captain Wormhands, rest in peace.
Dang.
I think
Even
that,
I guess that would actually be Marlowe's angle. Is like, I don't understand why these people. What makes these the targets? And I think Marlowe would say, I feel like there's a puzzle here that we need to solve before we really can understand what happened.
It could be something as simple as collateral damage, people who happen to get in the way, or it could be a situation where they're wanting to hide their true intentions by indiscriminately selecting the targets.
And there was another victim that just wasn't killed. Like Brink also took a bullet, but just wasn't
Right.
killed by it.
Right. So Brink, Baron Brink possibly, and if this was about revenge for Eva, I mean, perhaps Brink was involved there somehow. But Trina was a hunter at one point.
Beg your pardon?
I think we know that, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Dom doesn't,
Trina
but
was
you guys
kind of,
know
Dom doesn't. Yeah. Okay.
it.
And she was in the company of Baron Brink,
correct.
and was he aware of her status as a hunter?
To be honest, I'm not
Very
sure if
long
she
story.
was aware of her status as a hunter. She'd had her mind meddled with rather thoroughly in the past year, and
Understood.
but at one point she was. She was one of a couple that had ties to some kindred we knew.
Any of the buildings surrounding the club have like CCTV camera outside,
Uh,
facing the area where people were shot?
the only CCTV that is on anywhere near you guys is the one that is on the actual club itself, on the exterior portion of it. But no other buildings surrounding it have any.
Is there a stoplight at that intersection?
There is.
Does it have a camera?
It does.
Vincent, do you have police contacts?
No. And the last time I attempted to contact the police, I rang up a batch of Sabat, which was not what I was expecting.
Understood.
That being said, I will say that Simon and I were going over the invitee list and trying to draw conclusions on this and didn't get very far. I do have the framework that we were thinking about it in, but we haven't solved the puzzle. We've just sort of laid out the pieces.
Sure.
I could get police contacts. That shouldn't be too hard.
Mostly, if we can find someone who has a drug addiction that we can leverage to get the footage from that stoplight camera. That would at least give us an idea of maybe who was shot in what order, which might give us some insight.
Yeah. I'll pursue a couple angles there.
Excellent. So how about we begin collecting the pieces that we need to go forward with the Fairfield plan? Riling up local thin bloods, getting them ready to take action if necessary on the word go, acquiring all of the equipment to make them appear to be part of Fairfield's organization. Does he seems like the type who'd have like a jacket with a patch on the back. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong.
So if he has a jacket with a patch on the back, perhaps we could replicate that patch. We could farm it out to a online provider, get it shipped through the mail to a blind mailbox at the mailboxes, etc. or something. Just keep all of it done in cash or with prepaid Visa cards to ensure that there's no trace back.
Seems doable enough.
Perhaps, honestly, there's a part of me that says digging into who the spider shot and why he shot them seems irrelevant. Mostly because it wasn't us.
Yeah, there's a degree to which I think our motivation here is less about avenging the victims or solving the mystery as it is enforcing our domain. If people die here, it's because we kill them.
I like that.
I don't disagree. I think we have to send the message.
That's an angle. As we round up these thin bloods, we put them into enforcement roles, making sure that people who are feeding here belong. And if they don't, they make an example of them. It'll build the fervor, help them feel a part of it. So when we ask them to do things that they might find untoward, all we have to do is mention Riley's name and they'll do it. Brainwashing.
For what it's worth, I do have a mortal organization that I've been working with that could provide them with cover for what they're doing, that are engaged in similar activities.
Perfect. It will help swell your ranks as well as help protect our domain. I think we should have them be rather aggressive to begin with. We need word to get around that this isn't a place you come to fuck around.
I agree. This does mean, Marlowe, that we're trying to give some teeth to our paper tiger. I guess, are we up to it?
It depends. I mean, yes, we have to be. Otherwise, what are we doing here? But we need to be careful who we make into enemies.
Correct. I'm not thinking that we beat anyone who comes into our territory and hunts without our permission to the point of near death. We just, send the message, break a few bones, send them limping back home. As anyone would have the right to do within the limits of their domain. We don't need to kill them because that would be violating some of the Camarilla pillars. And it's just good common sense. You kill someone, you make them an enemy, you make their family an enemy for life. So beat them. Hopefully they'll get the message. How would you feel about like a blood Sabbath on Sundays where we invite the Thin Bloods and Riley dazzles them with a show and we feed them Riley's blood?
I'll be honest.
I'm sorry, what?
For a moment, I thought you were talking about Riley bedazzling them, like with rhinestones and that.
No. Well, I mean, we'd have to keep Riley on course because that may be a course of action that they might choose to pursue, but
I don't know that we're necessarily pursuing a religious angle, but if the goal is to drive fanatic fervor, I will admit that it sounds a little bit like the influence that we're trying to get out of this area.
Thin Bloods are looking for a messiah. Riley can be that. We can draw the Thin Bloods from Indiana out here to Terre Haute and swell our numbers. We let it be known that this is a safe haven for Thin Bloods. In my mind, I can see the dance floor filled with Thin Bloods, hundreds deep, just waiting for an opportunity to touch Riley's perfectly manicured nails.
I mean, it sounds feasible. I suppose we would have to figure out if Riley is up to being a messiah.
You heard them. I'm Thin Blood Jesus. They just need a stage to step onto.
And they need the discipline to stick with the act for long enough to have it have credibility.
Simply, we have to create miracles in Riley's name. Riley is the face, the dazzle, the beauty, the glamour of this life. It's us who will make the actual magic happen. When trust me.
I will.
This is going to be something phenomenal. I can feel it.
I believe you, and I am looking forward to seeing it.
And
out of character,
this,
I am looking forward to seeing it.
All of the free labor.
Riley, when you get a moment, can you roll wits and awareness for me, please?
Yes.
Assassin!
To find out if the hair on the back of your neck is going up and your ears are ringing.
Exactly.
Oh God, who throws
Halo
shoes?
Because I'm assuming you excuse yourself out to like the main lobby area to make these phone calls.
Yeah.
Sick.
Then yes, sorry, getting that right now.
You're good.
Turns out all the larger sawdust chunks are bugs. This whole place has been wired top to bottom.
Now we're talking.
It's gonna be 5 hits, I believe. I crit,
Okay. I love that for you.
so yes, should be 5. 2 on like 2 crit, like yeah, on the regular dice, and then just 1 hit on the hunger dice.
Sick.
I'm counting that right, right?
What'd you say? I'm so sorry.
It's 2 10s
Yep.
on the regulars,
So that's 4.
and then 1 on the hunger.
5.
So that'd be 5. Okay, just making sure I'm not lying out my ass.
Surprisingly not. Riley is not this time.
Ayo.
The dead branches that you had for decorations crumble
Oh, we hate that.
as you hear a knock at the front door.
Meep.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody's come
Not
to
scared.
collect some tax.
Yeah, I'm not scared. You can't prove it. Dear God. Don't
I'm
we hire
terrified.
somebody to open the door? What the shit? Okay, yeah, I guess I'm gonna check. Assuming we have a camera on the door, people, something. Who's at the fucking door?
Are you gonna head back into the office to go look who's at the door?
You know what? Since I'm a decent way back from the door. I'm like back at the bar, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna quietly call Dom.
Dom, your phone begins to ring, and it's Riley.
Sorry, guys. Hello.
Hey, there's somebody knocking on the door, and for some reason, it seems like a very spooky knock on the door. Could you check the camera and tell me who's there?
Yeah, I'll hop up and go over to the security office.
Thank you.
No, just hold on. Stay on the phone with me.
Oh no, I'm on the phone. Yeah, no, I was just saying thank you. I appreciate you.
Who's at the door?
You can't tell. The camera is all staticky and does not seem to be functioning properly.
Someone who doesn't like to show their face on camera.
Okay, cool. Because you know the branches that we have down by the bar?
Hmm.
Yeah, those just like shattered.
Okay, that seems like the type of person you don't want to leave waiting.
So all right, I'm gonna go check the door. Hopefully, it's a thing that sometimes people still have to be invited in, right?
It really depends a lot. That's a very particular type of
I mean,
individual.
just like sometimes it's a thing. I'm hoping that maybe sometimes this is one of those times.
Okay, we'll be down in just a moment.
Yeah. No. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I'll just throw open the door. We need to go downstairs now.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the door.
Hey! No, stop! Come back!
All right.
Come back!
Nope. I'm walking backwards, hands in the air.
Hey, so yeah, the branches thing and the camera thing. That's my
That's like a you thing.
blood. Well, no, but like my blood. Yeah.
Okay, that's handy to know. Do you want to answer the door?
No.
I mean, I don't either. I feel like we're being rude at this point.
You hear another small rap at the door.
Like that's a thing that they can turn off. Can I make a roll to try to remember if Aura of Decay is dangerous?
You sure can. Intelligence or wits plus oblivion.
One, two. Hey, a crit.
Hey,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
A normal crit or is it a messy one?
Unfortunately, a normal crit.
That's unfortunate.
I accidentally manifest my own Aura of Decay. No, it turns out it was
No,
dangerous.
stop it that again.
oh god, it's dangerous. Everybody's melting.
Only socially is it dangerous.
Yeah, it's probably fine. They might wreck some more of the stuff in here, but I think we're doing sort of a reno anyways, so.
Okay.
Is it dangerous for Simon? Because he's alive.
You
Yes.
know, it is indeed dangerous for Simon, and not as fully dangerous as it should be, but it doesn't make him feel great.
Simon,
Yeah.
hey, do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
Go out the back door and just hang out there for a little bit. I'll let you know when you can come back in. Something's gonna happen in here that might be dangerous for you. Think about the walking around downtown.
Oh, you don't have to tell me anymore. I'm out. I'm out.
Yep, thank you. This is how I don't need to end up with a Simon the Second.
So are we safe to open the door?
Yeah.
I'll open the door.
You
Good
see
evening.
a very nice, like, blackish green suit on an individual who's looks like they're somewhere in their late 90s walking forward. Any sort of plant life from like the weeds that were showing their way through the concrete have died instantly and is just surrounded. You even see like a couple birds who are just laying in the street.
How may we help you this evening?
I would like permission to enter and to speak with a Baron Hartmore.
And you would be, so I can announce you.
Pestilence.
If you'll wait right here. Turn around and walk over to Riley, get close, be like, there is a Mr. Pestilence at the door who would like to speak with you.
Just because
Perhaps this is something we should talk outside?
maybe we should just talk not in the club. Maybe in the loading dock.
That might be a little insulting to ask them to walk around to the alleyway.
Oh, true. Yeah, no. Also, did he have to
Plus,
ask
currently,
permission?
he's mostly removing any vermin or
Yeah.
insects that might be in the area.
Did he have to ask permission to get in here?
I don't know if he's doing it because he has to, or it's just a formality that he
Fucking knew it.
observes.
I fucking knew it. Hell yeah.
He's
Sometimes, every time.
very old school and of the clan of kings, so I would say that manners are important to him.
Agreed.
Bingo. Then presentation over everything, I guess. Yeah, let's. This is a shit situation all the way around. Yeah.
Well,
He's waiting.
if it makes you feel any better, two of the people in this room who are not you owe this person a debt.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? Yes, bring him on in. Well, I'll hear him out. If he wants to chat, he wants to chat. If we tell him no, that's rude, and that's just going to cause more problems.
I'll turn around, walk back. Mr. Pestilence, please. Come in, Baron Hartmore will see you.
He stops and looks towards. I'm assuming Riley is visible.
Mostly back at the bar. I'm trying to look nonchalant.
He looks over to you, expectantly.
Invite him in!
Yeah, no, I'll just kind of. You're good.
Oh, rude.
He will make a nod, a small smirk on his face as he enters into the Succubus Club.
And that was mostly just because, like, to put out Riley's train of thought here was, I thought that, him being told, yes, Riley will speak with you, was the invitation. So it was more of like, yeah, come on in. Probably wasn't taken that way, but, Whatever.
It's all right. It's all right. You're root to the horsemen of the apocalypse. What could
Hey,
go
man.
wrong?
I'm gonna peek outside real quick. Is there any other horseman out there, or is he by himself?
Just by himself, by the looks of it.
Okay.
Count
I'll
the
close the
motorcycles.
door.
Well, doesn't he?
What?
Count the motorcycles.
There are 2 motorcycles out front.
Son of a.
What color is the other one?
Don't say red.
I
Don't say
will.
pale.
You know, don't say any of them.
Okay, I won't.
It's
Say
a
it's a
Kawasaki
Harley.
Ninja. It's a Kawasaki Ninja in electric blue.
That could be worse.
Yeah, definitely could be.
Good evening. To what do I owe the pleasure?
From my understanding, you own, excuse me, 2 people who have a debt that I am here to collect.
They're compatriots of mine, and you're here to collect now, currently?
Yes. They said they were wanting double or nothing, and I'm here to collect the double and or nothing.
Interesting. And
Agreed.
well, I'm gonna kind of look to the both of them. They're here.
This isn't really a position where we negotiate, my
No.
Baron.
No, this isn't really a position that we negotiate. Can I ask what for? Not that it's my business. I'm just curious.
Like, what are they going to be doing, or why am I collecting this debt now?
Column A, column B.
Well, now, because there's a bloom beneath Indianapolis that I need them to take care of.
A bloom.
Yes.
Well, as Baron Hartmore said, we're here. And as you know, when your debt comes due, we're available. So we're available.
Great. And if there's any time this debt becomes due that you decide to triple down, your heads will be removed. I just make myself abundantly clear.
You are abundantly clear. You were very gracious, as was your kin, very gracious to allow for this postponement as it was.
Well, it was against a discussion that me and my brothers agreed upon, but they'll come around in the next millennium, I'm sure.
You mentioned a bloom.
I did. There's a mysterious illness that is spreading in Indianapolis, one that's outside of my design, and I'm not thrilled about it. It's not spreading fast enough to cause panic, but it's strange enough that I think it's going to draw attention in Indianapolis that I don't want there to be as of yet.
Is this something that would come from one of the blood of the Clan La Sombra? Or
I don't know. Victims don't get sick. They get obedient, eerily calm, listless, before disappearing from hospitals.
and what would you have from us? We to find information and report it back? Something else?
How familiar are you with the inner workings underneath of Indianapolis where you had stumbled into when I had summoned?
Far less than I'm sure that we will be soon.
Astute. Underneath their chamber is a sub-chamber there. And why I think the Camarilla has such a, excuse my French, hard-on for this state and this godforsaken city and just won't let it die. But there's a fallout shelter that has not been used in many, many times. And I think the Camarilla built over it on purpose underneath their tower. Something in there is growing. I don't know what it is, but it's radiating an illness. I want you to investigate it and protect it.
Okay. Do you know protect it from whom?
I have a feeling that this has a long-term play that is escalating because of your kin. And he looks over towards Dom. It's my understanding that the Hecata and clan, those of the Giovanni family, have taken up the hospitals where these sick individuals are going missing from. So if they're not in charge of it, they're definitely reaping benefit from it, and Giovanni is a greedy bastard.
Are you wanting Giovanni removed from his interactions with this contagion, or do
I
you
want to
suspect that he
know
might?
how big it is before making any sort of distinction whether or not he needs to be a piece removed. Because as individual of himself, he is here. I know that he's also got some very powerful people in his midst. And while I'm sure war and death would enjoy the ramifications of Giovanni getting his hand on whatever this is, listless people who are obedient beyond control is a nerve that the four of us do not like, and that we can agree on. As far as cosmic individuals, we interact from time to time, but we still don't believe anyone should have that much power, especially on your side of living.
Understood. You're obviously here collecting a favor. Where does that favor end? Is that at the resolution of the situation, the recovery of the information?
As much as you made a audible in our plan, I will do the same for you. For the foreseeable future, you will be under my ploy. Of course, if your Baron needs you for any sort of checkers that you guys may be playing, feel free. But
And would that clear our debt, or is that simply...
once it is completed to my satisfaction, yes, your marks will be removed and you will be no longer kindred of the apocalypse.
I think Vincent unintentionally flexes the arm where the mark went in.
And when he mentions kindred of the apocalypse, it does burn where the blade sliced you, a small amount, not enough to trigger anything, but it definitely feels like it almost reopened on the inside a bit. as you can feel like your powers that sew you back together unravel and then redo them on their own.
Nope. Don't like it. Don't like it. Um, understood. We'll begin immediately. How do we get in touch with you when we have information?
Looking towards Riley and Marlowe and
prefer not to be
Vincent.
perceived by that man.
Riley dives behind the bar.
I just learned obfuscation. It's so crazy.
You remember the building downtown where we conducted our initial business? The ritual was performed.
Yes.
On the 4th floor of that building is an empty shell of a computer. Leave your information you find inside of it and stand it upright. I will come and find it.
Understood.
And when the job is done, you will know when you have been relieved of your duties.
Make a significant glance at Marlowe. Okay.
That's more than fair.
And I do want to be upfront with you. The release will not be enjoyable.
That's less fun, but understandable.
Well, death has a funny way of making sure things are felt when you make deals with us.
I guess let us begin.
Agreed. Good luck. And he hands you a
Thank
key.
Just take it, hold on to it. Not gonna like examine it or anything. Just like, okay, thanks. Bye.
Please leave.
And he will begin to leave.
I will beat him to the door and open it for him.
You see a couple people fall outside
Rude.
as you do begin to see him get on his bike and rev off. As you do see a helmeted individual wearing red leather jacket hop onto a red motorcycle, come from behind your building, and hop onto the bar or onto his bike and leave after.
I'm gonna hustle
Made
back
any
and
news, Simon?
yeah, I'm gonna hustle back and see if War killed Simon. Simon, come in, please.
And you just see Simon furiously punching at the wall. Bloodstains
Hey.
on the wall, hands covered.
Like grab him, physically move him back inside. Stop it! Stop it!
I need you to go ahead and roll Dex plus athletics for me as he takes a swing at you.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna activate my prowess.
Yep, based and probably a fair call.
Did you say Dex plus athletics?
Yeah. And then I do need his
I got one success.
strength plus brawl.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be the most inept. All right, here's his.
Yes, I knew it.
He also got one success.
The punch connects, but it does not hurt. but it connects. As you see him, as he turns around towards you, you can see absolute just fury in his eyes, as like there's like little blood stains that are running in the corner of his eyes. As the punch lands, you see him almost snap out of whatever trance-like moment he was. But you can see his hand has been punching that wall for a moment. It is heavily mangled. If not, at least multiple broken bones inside of his hand.
Have you ever seen a seal chasing a penguin on land? I very much envision that as being like what our fight is like. It's like just two people who clearly have no idea what they're doing.
Exactly that. And with that being said, what the hell just happened? We will go ahead and wrap up this piece of our story for this evening as we transition a little bit to an individual down on their hands and knees, almost like in a worshiping pose. It's mostly dark in this room. There is a bluish green light emanating from the center of the room where this person's aiming towards. The light seemingly to have no source. What is your wish? What is your command? It will be done. As you hear the small electrical patter of some neon lights that have not worked in quite some time bust overhead. The light goes dark. The entity is now completely encased in darkness. As you hear a loud scream. And that is where we'll go ahead and wrap up tonight's episode. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. This is, again, episode 52, Broken and Afraid. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys head over to Adventure Dice and use code JBrews for 10% off your order. That does exclude any of the charity sets that they do provide. We want to make sure that those charities get all of the funds that they can. And we want to make sure to keep promoting that company because that company has been longtime partners of the show. So make sure to go and show them some love, guys. And get yourself some really cool dice over there while you're there. But otherwise, guys, we'll see you guys, I believe, tomorrow for some Daggerheart as we continue our Tales of Valerion campaign, where the group is getting ready to get on an airship, I think. And it's going to be a very interesting time as they cross the Devil's Choke and head to Everett. Otherwise, guys, thank you guys so much. And we'll see you guys next week on that episode of Indy by Night Blurred Lines. Have a good one, guys.